Concacaf Nations League action's ready to give it a go here tonight from Kingston, Jamaica. It's League A, Group A, and Group B. It's about to get underway with Jamaica and Honduras. Good evening to all, wherever you may be. I'm David Gascon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Concacaf Nations League action, League A, Group B will conclude here tonight with Jamaica and Honduras both looking to punch their ticket to the next round. One team will with a victory. The second one will have a little bit of doubt, and we'll see what happens with other matches that will unfold in front of us here on a fine Monday night. With all that being said, these two teams have collided once already. This will be the 30th ever endeavor between Jamaica and Honduras. Both these teams are equal to the task. 12 victories apiece with 5 draws all time in their history. Jamaica and Honduras, as you see right now, top to bottom, League A, Group B, that is exactly where they stand here in real time. Jamaica, the top dog, followed by Honduras, 7 points to 6. Nicaragua, a couple points behind Honduras, and then Cuba rallying things up from the backside. So with all these games and all these matches being played over the next couple of hours, you feel like Honduras obviously needs this one a lot more than Jamaica does. But difference right now, wins, losses, goal differential, head-to-head matchup. These will have major impact as this night goes along. And for the home crowd here tonight, they want to get off to the right foot, and they want to do so quickly as possible. Jamaica, a couple of victories, no losses, and then 1 draw so far in 3 matches in League A Group B. Good for 7 points. They did beat Honduras when they played just about a month ago, officially on September the 10th. They pulled away late, a 2-1 victory. Daniel Maldonado with an own goal. Miguel Antonio with a good game-winning goal in the 76th minute. That was the difference maker in a match that was pretty much seesaw back and forth throughout. When we reached full time, Jamaica was the victors, win that contest in Honduras by a final count of 2-1. For both these teams, yes, they want to win here tonight, but if they do not do so, maybe capturing a point, that's not the worst thing in the world. For Jamaica, they would advance the next round. For Honduras, they gotta wait and see. Nicaragua, who's 2 points behind Honduras, the difference right now is 1 victory. That's it. Honduras, a victory, a loss, and a draw. Their goal differential is also a -1, so we'll be curious to see exactly how Nicaragua does in their contest, but all the eyes are here right now in Kingston to see how this match shakes out. Officiating crew being joined by the combatants from both sides. We're going to step aside for a brief moment. We'll get you the national anthems, starting laps, and the opening kickoff. It's Jamaica and Honduras coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of Honduras. Playing of the Jamaican national anthem.
right, so here we go. Jamaica and Honduras. Winner of this contest will be in the driver's seat in terms of advancing to the next round, League A Group B. Loser, well, we'll be watching a little bit, but their ticket can be punched as well with a little bit of help along the way. Both these teams meeting with their officiating crew. Now it gives us a moment in time to look at the combatants on a fine Monday night. First off, for Jamaica, Andre Blake, who's been fantastic so far, is in between the pipes for the home side. Blake has been solid so far. 6 stops in group play so far and a clean sheet as well in his previous encounter. That match was a 2-0 victory over Nicaragua just a couple days ago on October the 10th. Didn't see a lot of action, but some. And for him, grabbing that clean sheet goes a long way, not only for the confidence, but also the morale for a Jamaica club that was pretty much on tilt. They scored a couple goals, and yes, won it 2-0, but Nicaragua had possession, they had the shooting advantage, and had the better scoring of opportunities in that affair. But a man that stood tall was Blake in between the pipes. He's the captain tonight. Officiating crew, Armando Villarreal, Corey Richardson, Jeremy Caiso, Adonis Carrasco, our 4th official here today. The opposing side for Honduras. Honduras coming into this contest again. They're only a point behind Jamaica, but they need to make some noise here tonight. They don't want to rely on Nicaragua to either lose or play to a draw. Benavar's between the pipes here tonight. The captain, Lozano, is in the middle of the pitch. He'll be up front, hovering from left to right all over it for Honduras. A match that they had lost a month ago, 2-1. Ochoa had the lone marker in the 50th minute to get that match equalized, but Antonio, a late night hero in that contest, was the deciding factor in that affair. The environment in Honduras when that match was played was electric. Players really played to the emotion in that affair, and thinking about how that has a carryover effect to tonight's contest, I think it'll be equally as impressive for the locals here in Kingston, Jamaica. Temperatures tonight, 83 degrees, slight chance of rain, about 10%, but the humidity will get after you. 80% right now is the humidity. And so is it a comfortable night? Somewhat. Slight chance of rain, but we expect it to be stop and go, stop and go. These teams won't, though. Got to imagine with the track conditions tonight, it'll be a fast pitch. And one of the question marks in this affair is who's going to get off to the right foot early on. For both these clubs, they were pretty much equal across the board, trading punch for punch when they met about a month ago. The deciding factor again was the late heroics by Antonio, who played well in that affair. But an own goal by Daniel Maldonado really broke the back for Honduras, and they weren't able to recover in time. Guatemala is the leader of the pack in Group A, followed by Costa Rica, who has 5 points. A little bit of a shocker there because Costa Rica has played to a couple of draws. Honduras triumphant over French Guiana, 3-2 victory on October the 10th, as this contest is now officially underway. Jamaica moving from left to right in their typical home kits, the gold and green. Honduras in the dark kits tonight will be attacking from right to left. The biggest component to all of this is with League A. Each of these teams having the opportunity to play not only at home, but then playing the opposing team on the road. not that these teams will have to worry about it, but club that finishes dead last in this league would be relegated. The elevation, though, is completely different. Each team a member of a round robin scenario, and then you get to the knockout stage. 2 legs, a first and then a second. Those legs are a little bit different in nature too, because you're worried not only about winning the contest, but if you have an opportunity to really drive home a point and blow out the opposition, you want to do it, because we also look at an aggregate score. Getting taken out, Casey Palmer. Palmer had a lot of jump and enthusiasm last time these two teams played. A little alarming for Jamaica. Although they won the contest over Nicaragua 2-0. An own goal in the 32nd minute helped their cause, and then Romario Williams added an insurance tally in the 69th minute. But all in all, for Jamaica, you know they want a lot more from their offense. Can only rely on own goals so often, but considering the fact they got an own goal in the match against Nicaragua and then another one against Honduras, pretty surprising. But Jamaica will take it either way. Fans here in attendance at Jamaica National Stadium, anticipating what should be a thrilling contest from start to finish. '30th time these two teams have gotten together across all formats. Each team winning 12 matches apiece. So now the question is, can they pick up 3 here tonight? Holgate spun loose and then blew a tire. It's the interesting element with the pitch conditions tonight. The field looks okay, and you only have to look at a couple different spots. Not that there are any kind of egregious divots, but it does look a bit worn per se. And naturally, competition, play comes out. It's only natural, right? Winner of League A advanced into the quarterfinals. Benavar. Ball goes right back to Jamaica. A little bit different of a match so far compared to when things unfolded a month ago. This one has a little bit slower of a pace to it. Holgate. And now over to Palmer. Palmer's club team, Hull City FC. Goes right back to Honduras. Honduras being a point behind. Can't afford, obviously, to play to a draw. with Jamaica. But it goes a long way to not only score, but pick up that extra 2 points. Again, the teams that go to the semifinals qualify for the upcoming Concacaf Gold Cup. Pivoting around, Rodriguez taking a shot on goal. It's not going to be Blake from that far out. Never a bad time. That'll pull the trigger. Blake, who was busy a few days ago. Honduras, who picked up a W, got goals from Lozano and Flores. Difference makers in that contest. Benguche also picked up a goal in the 74th minute. It led 1-0 before the match was tied 1-1, and then pulled away with a 3-1 lead before late in that affair. Ball has way too much run on it, and Navarro let the thing just skirt by as Damari Gray was the intended recipient. Medivar working short. Pretty good pressure here by Gray. And these two teams, there's no surprise with where they're at. Jamaica and Honduras were eyed to be the top 2 teams in this group. The thoughts were Nicaragua and Cuba would also be in the hunt. Gray stuttering a bit on purpose. That ball is a cross with some heavy contact inside the 18. It looked like Campbell might have gotten a little overzealous with his activity. Armando Villarreal looking on, and he picked out the guilty party, as Antonio looks like he's wearing that badge of honor right now. Nicaragua still alive. They have some work to do. Turnover here. Honduras on the run. Lozano again free the left-hand side. Alvarez was open for a moment, then closing the gap. Thibaut derrière. Good transition game after the turnover for Lozano. See the weak pass that was delivered, and Holgate had to make a run in a hurry. Thibaut derrière nullifying that attempt, stopping a would-be goal. Stephen McLaren on one side for Honduras, and Ronaldo Rueda on the opposing side. Rosales climbing the ladder. Looked like he was headed away though by Pinnock, and they'll do it all over again. Honduras with 5 inside the 18. The dark and gold kits bending away. A little bit of a shove, a two-hander from Lozano, and caught in the cookie jar. So both teams leading strikers a bit forceful when trying to receive service. Jamaica and Honduras back at it again for the 30th time. Gray couldn't get to it. These teams have been intertwined since the 60s. These teams have been regulars when getting together for Concacaf World Cup qualifying matches. Honduras beat Jamaica 2-0 in 2014 during the World Cup qualifiers. Top of the box. Now as it's removed, Jamaica trying to hold delivery. McGee pivot back out. This ball's got too much spin to it, and it trickles out of bounds. Antonio was the intended recipient, and Bakisa just didn't have enough English on it to keep it in bounds. With Honduras beating Jamaica 2-0 in the 2014 World Cup qualifier. Jamaica stymied Honduras on a couple other occasions. Jamaica able to reach the Gold Cup finals in 2015 and 2017. Just a couple of years ago in 2021, during the group stage, Jamaica did get the better of Honduras, beating them 2-1. So the tide swings one way and then another. Back to Holgate, but he didn't receive it. This ball from well out. Blake was out of his net. Ambitious approach by Flores, but he misses the target. Why not? Didn't have that wide angle to look at Blake, but yeah, certainly a bit overzealous. Again, peeling this thing back. More pressure put on Blake. Arriaga given mad chase, like he's on the hunt. It was almost like he was through with everybody else messing around, playing slow, getting bored with the activity, and he wanted to ramp things up. No potential incoming here. Antonio peels this thing back to Palmer, and they just work through the back. That back line of Jamaica has not been tested yet. One brief challenge by Honduras, but outside of that, it's been relatively clean. If there's any kind of delight in this for Jamaica, they'll run all the way to the bank with it. Again, patient is Jamaica. Jamaica doesn't need this as much as Honduras does. Now, that doesn't mean that Jamaica's going to play not to lose. They'll take their shots. Intercepted again. On the move is Flores. Trying to pierce this through. Not enough on it. And a double team comes immediately against Lozano. And he has to duck for cover. Yeah, Lozano is the compelling factor for Honduras. Scoring in the last match, he'd love to go back-to-back. Rosales, sweet move. Rosales nearly got it back. The crossing attempt, no. Lozano, I think he was probably better off giving it back to Rosales. Converging. Amagiza gets it out of harm's way temporarily. Presence yet for Honduras offensively, but they are working. It's one thing that's been apparent. Their work rate continues to build up. Into the 19th minute. Jamaica coming off a 2-0 victory. Honduras a 3-2 win. Trying to make a sneaky move. Amagiza couldn't maneuver around. Holgate gave that ball up. Honduras looking to pounce. Pretty decent foul here. That's going to be the case. Pinnock didn't like the ruling, but I think there's a valid argument to be had on why that is. It's not a 50-50 ball. Pinnock was trying to close and converge, but Lozano easily had the first step on him. Carry him around. Maldonado sprung forward on the right-hand side. Nahar had a man open the top of the box. Finally saw it to him. Gave us it a shot. And that shot on target by Alvarez. Easy able to gobble up by Blake. Alvarez was parked the top of the box. Look at it here. Waiting. Finally gets delivery on it. It's just way too late. You know Alvarez is probably barking for delivery. Showcasing some patience that many might not have had. Alvarez gave it up. And Nahar was streaking down the right side of the pitch, but nobody saw him. And the dark kids anyway. Rosales. foundation, just dropping it down into a bucket for Rivas. Rigoberto had a hard job managing that ball. Shoulders collide, and that's going to be a foul. Brief discussion on this, but you can see Arriaga and Antonio mixing it up. They'll be that way throughout the entire night. That is not a one-time situation. It's a better look. Yeah, Arriaga surely gave him better than he got. Third minute here. Been a couple shots on goal for Honduras. Nothing yet for Jamaica. Jamaica's perfectly fine if this match ends in a scoreless draw. Honduras can't afford that. Alvarez. It's a similar feel to exactly what it's like in the knockout stages. Nahar. Oh, shot just goes sailing way wide of the net. End of this first half, we'll have stats and highlights. Jamaica have anything in their arsenal? We'll wait and see. Good hustle. When Campbell had it for a moment. Brief hesitation by Palmer. Just a good job on the run by Arriaga. Arriaga's not happy with this. He's probably been the most aggressive player tonight for Honduras. You can be the judge if that's good or bad, but I think his ability to play with more intensity should be and can be contagious. look at the numbers so far in this contest, there hasn't been a whole lot to rave about from either side. Pretty much right down the middle of the pitch, isn't it? Lozano, the captain. Arriaga. Toe taps it, left-hand side, Rodriguez. Rodriguez, some movement, the cross, that was nullified. Rosales wanted to play into a dangerous spot, but there was nobody around. Dark kids for Honduras. Arriaga here. Good movement with the ball and away from it, Rodriguez. Those windows of opportunity close quickly for Jamaica, though. Defensively, they've been on point. Nahr. It's got an open lane, too. Might as well pull the trigger. He does. That shot was airmail, though. Never had a shot to go on goal. Shots in this first half, 4-0 in favor of Honduras. It's a bad recipe for Jamaica. Yes, all they need is a point, but you can't just rely on your defense and the goalkeeping to get it done. French Guiana losing to Honduras, giving them an opportunity to be in this spot. Now we'll see if Honduras has anything to show for it. Maldonado gave it back away. Converging on it was Flores, but he whipped on it. Pretty good move by McGee. Toe tapping, Palmer, Antonio. Oh, he tried to give it back. And now it's a steal. There's Honduras in transition with Rodriguez. Playing slow. Alvarez jams in the brakes. Good run here. Left-hand side. Lozano can't get to it. Andre Blake quickly out of his net and off his line to cover that up. Good play by the keeper. See the ball movement, but the players that were intertwining, Alvarez and Lozano, trying to put Jamaica on tilt by scoring the first goal. They just missed. First minute. Let's see Rodriguez get taken out here. Yeah, pretty decent arm bar, and then over the top. That's about Derriere. Came over the top to inflict more damage. Gliding through Lozano, left-hand side. I don't know what that was, and he doesn't either. He's screaming to himself and to the public. Anyone that wants to listen. one thing Jamaica is doing right now is at least staying compact defensively, but they're not asking any kind of questions offensively. First corner for them in this contest. Oh, just off the left foot though, Pinnock. Pinnock was backpedaling, so the degree of difficulty was a 9 out of 10. Look at where Pinnock was and then where he got to the ball. Decent delivery by Gray. Had a lot of lift on it. Good possession though by Honduras for the most part in this half. They've been the better team. Lozano behind the back though of Alvarez, and they'll have to reset this. Been moving with better pace. Rodriguez out wide. Rodriguez searching for it, cross through. That one was blocked. Fine play by Holgate. Flanked out wide, Lozano near the 6. On the chip, Nahar. Nahar, good spin move looking for Lozano. In front of him was Pinnock though. Pinnock is not going to be cheated defensively. Lozano again. This right foot was way too far up and away. He's having a tough night, isn't he? Maybe trying to do too much. McGee appears to be okay. 36th minute though. Jamaica just toying around with the moment. Honduras trying to seize it. It's been a pretty well played match so far. Hasn't been a lot of over the top physicality. There have been some brief moments, but all in all, it's been clean. Say what you want about the pace of this match, though. That might be something to be desired. Lozano trying to make one move around another defender. He does! Tries to work short side against Blake and misses it by an inch. Quick chip though, and this ball is going to have too much on it. And Afar quick to pounce on it. It's almost like this match lacks spirit and spunk. Shots in the contest 7-1 in favor of Honduras. And if you're just joining us, the 7 shots have much to be desired from Honduras. They could be a lot better, especially from Lozano. Nice feed though, left-hand side. Trying to make a move around the defense was Rosales and couldn't hold serve on it. Ball quickly being moved around, and it had to be. Rivas was bearing down. Pressure ratcheted up by Jamaica. They escape. See what they do on this counter. Antonio, message says it all. Gave away that ball. And speaking of the devil, Zano does the same thing. Well, for the Jamaicans, they want their team to advance. No question about it. They don't care how. But I got to imagine as a spectator, want more from your team in terms of assertiveness. Trying to win this match. The Bagisa working to the back post in gray, not 10 feet tall. They kind of a mood so far here in Kingston, Jamaica. Villarreal going to come out and encourage the medical group to move his way. Take a look at Tyreek McGee, who is drenched in sweat. I can promise you, it's not like someone turned on the water hose. Medivar, I think he's cramping up. Yeah, you have the heat and the humidity. It all climbs up on you, doesn't it? Decent amount of spectators here tonight, but all in all, looking for something to rave about. Stoppage here with Medivar being attended to. Keeper hasn't been involved in any kind of action so far. Go figure. Stats and highlights at the end of this first half. Give you an idea of what's to come in half number 2. And for Jamaica, they're in a comfortable spot. They've passed a couple tests defensively. And offensively, they've done just enough to feel comfortable. And the question is, you do it for 45 minutes, can you do it for a full 90? On the deck, Arriaga. Let's see if we can get a better angle on that. Keep an eye on the fourth official. Give us any kind of stoppage time. I imagine we'll get 2 minutes. Jamaica working quickly here. Crossover. Intercepted for a moment. Antonio trying to clean up the mess. He couldn't. Possession held though. Campbell working all the way around the park. Quick lob and it hits the boundary and goes out. We have 1 minute of stoppage time. And what is this all about? Campbell and Villarreal exchanging some stern comments with Arriaga looking on. There hasn't been any booking so far in this first half. Looking on, talking to Lozano about that contact. That should do it for this first half, and it will be. Armando Villarreal has enough of this. 45 minutes in the books here from Kingston, Jamaica. Not entertaining by any stretch of the imagination. These teams can offer more, and they should in the second half. Honduras needs this just as much, if not more, than Jamaica, but 45 minutes down, 45 up to go. This match right now is scoreless. We'll be back. Second half is about to get underway. We have one change for Jamaica. Norman Campbell is out. Ronaldo Safas is in. As this second half now begins, Honduras moving from left to right and Jamaica from right to left. Concacaf Nations League action. League A, Group B, no score. Honduras having the better shot opportunities in the opening half. Nothing to write home about, though. Match, for all that was available, did not have a lot of life. No real spunk to it. And only had small flashes of urgency. So now the question is, does Honduras have an extra gear? And can they put Jamaica on edge? That's the big question mark here tonight. Honduras certainly has the ambition to score, but Lozano, who's had 3 shots towards target, really hasn't had the type of promise to deliver on any of those attempts. But the messaging, I imagine, is pretty clear for Honduras. When you're done. Called upon a handful of times. Made easy stop after easy stop. Trying to reach the attacking third. Gray, who is running out wide to the left. Making one move, the second one though to be denied by this defense. I think for all of it for Jamaica, Antonio really wasn't active in the first half. So you're thinking, it was the only kind of offense. Ethan Pinnock had the lone shot. Great taken out, not too happy about it. Long, but out. So in terms of adjustments in the second half, if you are Jamaica, offensively, do you want to take a point or 3? That's probably the question that's asked in the locker room, because defensively they were clean. off the edge. Players colliding. Montebo Derriere probably stopped a goal in the first half. Alvarez a little banged up. On the attack, left-hand side, there's plenty of contact. Oh, that shot screams wide left. Alvarez was taken out. Arriaga trailing on the play, received that delivery, and just missed with his left. Good attempt from Rivas to set it all up. Sivas, good chip, goes nowhere though. Talked about the changes for Jamaica in the second half. For Honduras, I think more of what they need in this half is a better presence with the ball in the attacking third. They had some. Antonio's shot was blocked. It's some presence, but they lacked major conviction when firing on target. Everything that was handled by Blake was on goal to him. Good movement here. At least with the presence of everyone draped on his back by Pinnock. Mahar. He had a couple different looks towards target in the first half. Both attempts that he had needed to be recalibrated. Ball stay in, it did. Arriaga with some good effort. Palmer, though, on the retrieval. McGee, lazy pass, intercepted. Honduras tried to jumpstart the attack. Need a lot more than just what they have in front with a draw. Arriaga, not sure what he was doing there. That should be a booking. See if it comes. And there's yellow. He was destined to see it at one point or another. It's been physical in this contest, but right here, you're talking about leg locking. I mean, it's blatant. Not going to play on the ball. chip. Antonio was in front, but that ball was cut off. And Avar able to pounce. The long ball again. This one just a little bit too much. Intercepted by Rivas. And for as much as Jamaica has tried to do some things, Honduras defensively has been well equipped. Into the zone. Lozano wanted to put that into the 18, but his attempt, though, removed away as Rodriguez is really behind the back line. Here's Palmer. Yeah, I see a lot of this right now. The first half, choppy. And now we'll have some changes. Jamaica trying to mix things up. Raheem Dixon coming into the affair. McGee will depart. There is Dixon. Kind of interesting now into the 60th minute. Match still doesn't have an identity. No real drama either. Have not seen an instance one side or the other has been fearful of what's going on in place, and as soon as I say that, a call that goes against Jamaica. Let's see the remarks from Latte Baudelaire. Arriaga here. I don't know. I'm as confused as you are. Match has been well officiated, though. No real cause for concern or any kind of backlash. Yeah, maybe one misjudgment there, but overall, it's been good. Granted, the level of physicality has not been high. So it's one element of fortunate circumstance. Lozano slow playing this. Oh, the ball almost found a lane. Rivas trying to give it to him. Second minute, ball bounces off of Palmer and goes away. Unforced error. Arriaga playing on yellow tonight. Picked up one here in the second half. Shots are 9-2 in favor of Honduras. Possession favoring Jamaica, but that number is a bit misleading. Ooh, watch out here. See if Rosales is a bit worried about a booking here. Antebo Derriere shaken up. Couple of changes for Honduras in the 65th minute. I think they're valid given the time frame and circumstances here. Santos in for Rodriguez. Or I beg your pardon, that's Christopher Melendez. Jorge Bengucci is also in. Two changes for Honduras. Plays through off the backside. Left-footed strike was blocked on the way through by Pinnock. Good job by Pinnock. beat goes on here in the 67th minute. Pinocto stopping a shot. Monte Baudelaire in the first half did the same. Tapered around Alvarez, Arriaga, and this thing, a lot of lift, but nowhere to be found. And a good look at Rosales there. Joseph spending his time with Minnesota United FC. Plenty of players on both sides with professional accolades, whether it's in the United States, Canada, overseas in Europe. Cephas trying to squeeze through. Deny though by Melendez. Jamaica trying to put one on the board. Oh, that just screams wide. Pretty good shot by Dixon. Trying to earmark that bottom left-hand corner, and he didn't miss by much. That is the best attempt for Jamaica all night long. Took him long enough, right? Ever so close. All occurring here late in the affair. And Menevar cramping up, much like he did in the first half. See Omari Gray and Antonio looking on. Back to the shot though from Dixon. You see him create some space using Arriaga's body against him. That left arm giving him a break. Fans continue to look on. Need a reason to celebrate. Where does the drama come from? Is there any drama? So many questions, but are there any answers? shoved down, but he was going down anyway. Fans voicing their maybe a little bit of anxiety, but I think they're in a good spot. For the most part, while Honduras had the advantage in the first half, Jamaica has certainly tilted things in their favor here in half number 2. Flores just playing patient with this. Decent shove by Flores. Honduras still has some time. Palmer thought he'd have a bigger impact in this contest. Keep in mind, all is not lost for Honduras should they not record a victory tonight. Bodies colliding there in midfield. Palmer a bit shaken up. Jostling for positioning again. And Gucci and now Nahar. Nahar goes stumbling over. Good easy intercept by Cephas. Jamaica feels like they've found some extra life now late in the second half, haven't they? It's like the players that were not in to start this match certainly have the emotion and passion to do something. Gray with a lane, the chip to the back post, and that would have been labeled offside. Again, back to all of this. If Jamaica does win League A Group B and Honduras finishes in second, no, they won't go to the quarterfinals, but their tournament is not over with per se. Still have the ability to qualify for the Concacaf Gold Cup next year. Be entering into a play-in round. Yes, they would obviously avoid relegation, but that's not the primary point of this tournament, is it? Good intercept. '77th minute. Antonio, see if he gets it back. He does. It's an illegal touch. Pretty crafty for a minute, wasn't he? He knows it. Now he's going to get a yellow card for it. Armando Villarreal having a nice little gesture with him. Antonio knew it, but you watch this action as it spins up. Yeah, he's not fooling anybody with that. So he has the yellow. And of course, that must be yellow. And Hell Antonio has had a good run in it so far in this tournament. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Honduras. Make sure they do everything they can to stay in second position at the very least. Miscue here. Converging out, coming out quickly and being taken out is Dixon, but Dixon certainly initiated the contact. Menevar had free reign of that ball. Ooh. It's a 50-50 ball. I do like in that environment where our lead official, Armando Villarreal, doesn't show a yellow card one way or another. I think it serves a better purpose for both clubs. Fans may not agree with it, but I think something can be said about letting the guys play and not trying to police the game so much. Quick hitter, Nahar. Not his best. Comes back out into a favorable spot. Arriga, yeah. Arriaga leaned into that ball, but just tell from the delivery, the ball had too much elevation on it. Didn't have a clear path. Oh no, maybe look at Blake here. Yeah, he did get a piece of it. So a good stop of the keeper. And for all intents and purposes, that is directly at him. Played across, and Blake had to come out immediately to fend it off. See what's dialed up here. Bending away. Well, the header removed nicely by Pinnock. Pinnock's been so good defensively today. Jamaica has to worry about some things. But no real sense of panic with him. Sprung forward again, left-hand side, good stop by Blake. Quick trigger by Acosta. He wasted no time, right? Antonio, the 82nd minute. Now things are getting very, very interesting. Lane to spin away from Safas. Back post. Oh, he was around, and Dixon feels like he was held up for a moment. Anglin and Romario Williams coming in. Antonio's day is over with. Romario spends his time in the United States with Indy 11 USL Championship. Indy, one of the better teams in USL this year, Eastern Conference. To Sean Anglin, Mount Pleasant FA, he comes into the fray. And more cramping here in the 84th minute. Rivas looks to be okay. Rigoberto's worked hard tonight. Jose Pinto comes in. Saw Pinto briefly the last time these two teams got together. So his team's making favorable amounts of changes. Match will end in full time if this does go scoreless. Each team will record a point, but it'll be Jamaica that will take League A. Group B, we no chance mathematically to be caught by anybody else. Matches are all being wrapped up today. Nicaragua, French Guiana. Trinidad and Tobago and Cuba as well. Trinidad and Tobago beating up on Cuba 3-1. Long ball here, not going to be materializing. If you are curious, Nicaragua, French Guiana, level at 2-2. So it is Honduras' show to take if they have the ability. But it doesn't look like they have the firepower to come over the top of Jamaica. Has Jamaica been the better team? No, but they've been a better team in this half. Cephas. Oh, creating, taken out just outside the 18, and this will be a free kick, potentially yellow card, and that is exactly the case. Melendez seeing yellow. Manovar. Let's see what happens with this assortment of characters inside the 18. Anderson's going to take it. Arriaga having a good laugh. Anderson, the chip, the back post. Manovar just sit on top of it. Dicey spot. Fans want their club to hurry up. They can sense the end is near, but they'd love to have a goal to put a bow on this thing. Of added time. On the elevation, unable to get to it. Ball controlled by Jamaica. Quick intercept here though. Honduras trying to go on the prowl. That was a complete takedown though. I don't know how that was not called. Pinto was dragged down. It's a missed call. Dixon has it. Everyone a bit miffed. Cephas gets done. Wow, I don't even know how is that called and Pinto was not. Nar having some choice words with Armando Villarreal about just the occasion. I mean, that's, yeah, he got stepped on, but it wasn't, I don't know, you could be the judge on that. To the box, not this time. Cephas again. Pinto hits the deck again. Rather curious. Three minutes of stoppage time. Does Honduras have anything to throw towards target? They've been stymied here in the second half. Pretty consistent with how this match has been played. Armando Villarreal, he points and he says, gentlemen, we have reached full time here in Kingston. A match that lacked a lot of creativity. Weren't able to see a whole lot from either side, but one that played right into the favor of Jamaica, having the advantage in points, playing on home ground. And at the end of the day, they prevailed. A scoreless draw, but they'll take care of business in League A, Group B. Shots and chances really was a coin flip, but all in all, Jamaica takes it. They didn't need to win today, just as long as they did not lose. A scoreless draw has reached full time between Jamaica and Honduras.
Andy Nájar cierra como capitán. ¿Qué se siente un partido como este en el que Honduras pasa a cuartos de final?
Bueno, la verdad que muy contento con el esfuerzo que ha mostrado el equipo, los compañeros. Creo que veníamos de menos. Hicimos un gran partido hoy en lo defensivo. Creo que en el partido pasado por ahí fallamos en lo defensivo, pero creo que hoy el equipo mostró ese carácter, ¿no? Nuevamente, y la verdad que muy contento de formar parte de este grupo.
orden, convicción, actitud del equipo.
Sí, la verdad que sí, desde el primer minuto sabíamos que Jamaica iba a venir con todo, sabíamos que nos iba a presionar, así que nosotros con tranquilidad sabíamos que teníamos que mantener la pelota, mantener el orden, estar concentrados al 100% y pues gracias a Dios conseguimos la clasificación, que es lo más importante.
A Honduras, a la afición y al mundo, ¿qué le dice el capitán de la selección?
No, que nos sigan apoyando, creo que el equipo ha mejorado, creo que el equipo viene mostrando cosas buenas, cosas importantes. Es cierto que a veces por ahí pues en partidos no complicados se nos complica, pero bueno, son cosas que pasan en el fútbol, que nos sigan apoyando y que vamos a seguir luchando hasta el final.
Gracias, Andy.
Gracias.
The captain of the Reggae Boys, Andre Blake. Andre, top of the table, clean sheet. Your thoughts today?
Yeah, it was a tough game. You know, Honduras is a really good team. They came in defensively; they were really solid. It wasn't our best night with the ball, but you know, if you're able to not play your best game and still finish at top of the group, you know, that's a positive to take from this game. So we have to just build on this and keep going.
And the quarterfinals now. Next camp, looking forward to that now.
Yeah, it starts for real. You know, and there's going to be no easy game. Not like there wasn't any easy game before. You know, but it's going to ramp up a little bit. And I know we have the players that are capable of doing it. Still relatively new with the coach, so we're going to keep working in training and hopefully we can just keep getting better. Thank you.
Candid words from Andre Blake as we put a bow on this thing. League A, Group B coming to a close here tonight. One way or another, someone was advancing. The question is, who is it going to be? Well, Jamaica and Honduras were the two teams at the top of the leaderboard. Jamaica with a 1-point advantage over them. They actually beat them a few weeks ago. And so the difference tonight was going to be if Jamaica would falter to Honduras and they'd split the group play series. Wasn't the case, though. Honduras had some chances in the first half, had 7 shots in the opening 45. 3 of them found their way towards target, but nothing on net. The defense and then this man right here, Andre Blake, were stellar. Keeper for Philadelphia Union was solid on the night. Was not really tested a whole lot outside the first 45. Second half, things flipped around a little bit for Jamaica offensively. Felt like once they started making changes, the substitutions came in, and those guys off the bench, the reserves, play with more spunk, more passion, more energy, and they try to create. I think if they would have played this entire contest, the results probably would have favored Jamaica. They went for goal a whole lot more in the second half than they did in the opening half. Named Dixon just missing a shot there wide left of the net. Dixon was mixing things up with everybody that was called upon for Honduras. I felt like he was one of the bigger jitterbugs of the night for Jamaica. They deserved this contest in terms of its outcome. I don't want to say that they did everything they could to snatch it away from Honduras. This drive from Arriaga, screaming top shelf, but Blake alertly on it, made a relatively routine stop with the left hand. He was tracking it all the way. The ball did have a little bit of bend to it, but all in all, this thing ends in a scoreless draw. So we bid adieu from League A Group B here at Jamaica National Stadium. Jamaica with the point advantage is the benefactor of it, even in a scoreless draw. Shots favoring Honduras, same on target, position favoring Jamaica. They played better in the second half to at least prevail of the scoreless draw, not conceding anything to Honduras. Unfortunate for Honduras, they can't prevail in this match and win League A Group B, but all in all, it's not done for them just yet. They have a play-in match that's available for them, 2025 Concacaf Gold Cup play-in round. Being said, I'm David Gascon saying goodbye from Kingston, Jamaica. I hope you enjoyed this one. Jamaica and Honduras, a scoreless draw.